Hello, humans! My name is John Brown, and I welcome you to Brown Screen Machine. Please welcome my supporting cast, Diana Brain, and of course, Jake Saunders. We have a great show lined up for you lovely people tonight. Diana, what have you got in store for us?
Well, I will be giving the viewers at home the chance to win Game of Thrones goodies. Right, okay, simmer down, you two. And we'll be also treating you to some of the most rubbish film trailers and spoofs imaginable that have been directed for all you lovely folk, including The Hunger Games, Iron Man, and many, many more.
That sounds wonderfully atrocious.
Right. If you had a budget to film, what would you remake?
Ooh, good question. How about No Country for Old Men?
Right, okay.
Yeah, because all you need is to get a camera, you go out to the street, and just kick the shit out of old people. Like, really just get it into them.
You know, as you do.
Yeah, it's just a normal Saturday, really.
Your whole life really is just a budgeted remake of Shane, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. The wonderful Jake Saunders, everybody. What will you be gifting us with tonight?
Tonight, I have the pleasure of sharing all of the latest film and television news and gossip.
You don't sound too thrilled about that.
Batfleck and Bieber breaking the internet with all this Batman vs Superman twaddle. There's another Jurassic Park film, and Breaking Bad has come to an end. I mean, what have I got to be happy about?
Wait. Are you saying that you don't like Jurassic Park?
I love Jurassic Park. I just don't like the sequel being exactly the same, and then exactly the same. I mean, they should have been wiped out as the dinosaurs were.
That is not a nice thing to say about Eddie Murphy's career. It used to be good, okay? Anyway, the three of us will also be discussing the best and worst recent releases, helping you decide on what to go and see at your local chav meeting place. Sorry, cinema. We also have a secret special guest for us to interview, an actress from one of the most popular television series in recent years. We will also be treating you with the music from the wonderful Sam Gray.
Yeah.
We do spoil you. And in the latest edition to Brown Frowns, I will be ranting on about the pros and cons of illegal downloading.
I'll be very short then. I mean, what's the conclusion? It's wrong.
Oh, shut up and get on with the news. I'm gonna punch him right in the face.
Of many faces, many lives. I don't admit to all of them. There is one life I have tried very hard to forget.
For God's sake. Sort him out, would you?
Me?
Yeah.
Why have I got to do it?
Well, I did it when I was you.
Oh, is that how it works?
Well, yeah.
You're the doctor. You're the doctor. But I am the doctor. I am the oncoming storm.
You're the oncoming something.
You
Do you even remember this?
this?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what that is, basically. The only way I remember this is through you. I remember you remembering this.
Well.
Yeah. Go on, sort him out, will you?
Diana!
What?
Get the crowbar!
Okay.
Firstly, to get comic book geeks all frothing from their faces, the teaser trailer for the Avengers sequel, Age of Ultron, was released. It really doesn't take much to get people all excited, as all as it consisted was with the villain of the piece, Ultron, having his suit being assembled, accompanied by voiceover dialogue from the first film. The sequel will land in 2015 to once again prove that anyone can be a superhero, just as long as you're a billionaire, a Norse god with a perfectly chiseled body, a frozen super soldier from World War II who was effectively taking glorified steroids, a man in need of serious anger management therapy, or, more importantly, really, really fit. There's no point in showing the rest of that trailer, as it's literally just that for the entire 60 seconds. The first image has been released for the fourth Transformers movie, Age of Extinction. The photo consists of Mark Wahlberg and two other actors that nobody has ever heard of, but more importantly, who aren't Megan Fox. You'd think with a Transformers movie we'd see some actual Transformers, but no. Instead, we're given actors who just want to transform their careers into unemployment. But that's enough about Transformers, or else I think I might end up contracting a disease. And not the good kind that I'd contract from Megan Fox. Recent developments have occurred in the world of horror, and writers have started work on the 5th Paranormal Activity. Yep, that's right, writers, because somehow it takes more than one person to write a movie that consists of an hour and a quarter of tedious boredom and another 15 minutes of unoriginal jump scares. And unfortunately, I can't put this story off any longer, but it's Batfleck. Yes, Ben Affleck was recently cast as Batman, and keyboard warriors took to the internet to voice their disdain on a medium in which no voices can actually be heard. Maybe if they went outside once in a while and spoke to physical beings, someone might give a shit about what they actually have to say. The internet then received a further battering when Justin Bieber uploaded a photo of himself with a script for the forthcoming Batman vs Superman film, suggesting that he was in line to play Robin. Thankfully, it turned out to be a hoax from famous US pranksters Funny or Die. Here's hoping Bieber chooses the latter. But let's try and steer away from that negativity for the time being with the glorious news that the fantastic Martin Freeman is set to star opposite Billy Bob Thornton in a television spin-off of the Coen brothers' 90s classic, Fargo. Also, the world has been presented with photos of the hilarious Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels on the set of the Dumb and Dumber sequel. Narrative details are currently scarce, but reports suggest that it may consist of both of the idiots searching the country for a long-lost offspring from one of them. Rumours suggest that said offspring could be John Brown. Last but not least, The Day of the Doctor was finally released to a global audience. Early UK viewing figures revealed that it outstripped The X Factor by 3 million viewers. So, what were our highlights? Well, Tennant and Smith were a riot. Hurt steps into the role of the Doctor like he's been playing the part all his life. The unexpected cameos were amazing. Oh, those eyebrows. And for once, Moffat didn't cock things up. First time for everything, I suppose. My verdict, one of the best New Who outings to date, if not the very best. And now it's over to our dear Mr. Brown for Brown's Frowns.
Yo, bitch.
Jesse, I am the one who knocks.
Whatever, bitch. Hey, yo, Mr. Brown. We forgot how to cook, didn't we?
You might have. Bitch. Hello, and this is Brown's Frowns, the part of the show in which I rant on about an issue in film and television. In Gosling we trust.
In Gosling we trust.
In Gosling we trust.
This week, I tackle the seemingly age-old debate of illegal downloading. Is it okay in some cases, or just plain wrong? You may be asking yourself, are people still jabbering on about this? Well, recent reports suggesting that the epic finale of the US TV show Breaking Bad was illegally downloaded 500,000 times within 12 hours. At one point, 85,000 people were sharing the same file copy of the episode and has gone down on record as the most pirated episode of the show's run. However, that still doesn't come close to HBO's Game of Thrones, which doubled that figure with the single highest number of same file illegal downloads in the short history of illegal pirating. Something that is noteworthy about these statistics is that the majority of the illegal downloading did not come from America. This is in no doubt due to the fact that these are American shows. The first place to see shows such as Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones is on American television, like AMC and HBO. Other countries tend to acquire legal access to the shows at a later date. So, what does this mean? It means that you have to tread lighter on the internet. something which is becoming increasingly more difficult in the digital age in hope to avoid spoilers. May Gosling spite them.
Gosling spite them.
Thank you, Ryan. It also means that you have to avoid friends that illegally download like the plague. It might mean that you shouldn't be friends with shits like that. Do you think they're shits, Jack? Thought so. But it's important not to be too harsh. There must be a reason that there are still a significant amount of people that still illegally download in the US, despite usually getting access to their own popular all-American TV shows before everyone else. The simple reason may be that some people are unable to afford to pay for newly released DVDs and television subscriptions. Does film and television have to be for the elitists, though? Who says that it must be for the wealthy? That's what the high arts is for, isn't it? Having to pay extortionate prices to enter a gallery and look at so-called art, such as a cow that's been cut in half and stuck in formaldehyde, or a fucking diamond-encrusted skull, an umbrella that's been stuck in a mound of shit. If you're stuck on hard times, low on cash, unemployed, or receive poor pay, and can't indulge in your favourite TV shows, why should you miss out? Besides, do filmmakers and actors not get paid enough as it is? Do they really notice the difference on the number on their paychecks? Bruce Willis would disagree with me. Sorry, but there are plenty of artists out there, not just in film and television, but also in music, as bands and singers such as Blur and Robbie Williams have proved that they aren't overly critical about illegal downloading, but still go to their shows. That's where they get their money from. But like most things that are worthy of debates, there are pros and cons on the matter. But like it or not, as the digital age expands with subscription sites such as Netflix and LoveFilm, and illegal downloading more and more common, thus reducing the risks of prosecution, illegal downloading is here to stay. I'm sorry, Ryan. And now I hand you over to the fantastic Diana after this short clip. Oh.
Thank you. This is the part of the show which you, the cineast or TV addict at home, can get involved. That's right, it's competition time. This week gives the viewer at home the opportunity to win Game of Thrones goodies. That's right, you can win all this amazing merchandise on the table, including Blu-rays and DVDs of Season 1 and 2, the making-of book, the novels, the video game for PlayStation 3, autographs from some of the cast members, including Charles Dance and Finn Jones, and much, much more. To win, all you have to do is grab a camera. It can be anything from industry standard camera to the camera on your mobile phone. The picture quality doesn't necessarily mean that you will win. And remake your favourite scene from Game of Thrones. So grab some friends and recreate the carnage of the Red Wedding in your dining room. Get down on your knees and recite the monologue in true Tyrion fashion. Or eat a heart and summon some dragons. Well, whatever floats your boat, really. Once you've done that, go to www.brownscreenmachine.co.uk and upload your scene by following the simple instructions. Not only will John, Jake and myself choose the best and send all this brilliant stuff straight to your door, but your scene will also be shown on a future episode of Brown Screen Machine, giving you the chance to show off your filmmaking skills to all viewers at home. So, who knows, maybe even Steven Spielberg is watching. Yeah, don't we just spoil you?
This summer, heading to a cinema near you, Iron Man 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for an actress who will be gracing your TV screens in the third series of BBC's Sherlock next year, Miss Elizabeth Coyle. Hello there, Elizabeth.
Hello.
What was it like working with Benedict Cumberbatch and Louise Brealey, who plays Molly Hooper?
Benedict's lovely. He's absolutely adorable. It's just amazing to watch work. You can actually see the processes that he goes through before he creates the character. Yeah. Louise is just adorable. She's so funny and she's just so cute, and it'd be amazing if I could get to work with either of them again some point in the future.
So no divas drops off anyone then?
Oh no, you got made to feel as though you were just as important as everyone else. Nobody seemed to have favour over him than myself or the actor who played my stepdad.
Yeah. Sherlock's one of the most popular British programmes in recent years, so I'm going to guess that you watch it.
I have. It was actually part of the reason why I took the role as well.
Have you seen the first images from Series 3 then, which is this one that year, and your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it tells a lot because Sherlock's outside in the cold and John's inside paying no heed to what's going on outside. So I do think it sort of suggests what might happen.
So you know nothing of the wiser of anything behind the picture then?
I don't, I'm afraid. I only know what I did.
Have you ever watched the American version of Sherlock, Elementary, with Lucy Liu as Watson? And what are your thoughts on recasting?
I have watched a couple of episodes, and while I think it's good on its own, there's some good lines in it, and they've got a good relationship. I do think having a female Watson, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for equality and gender, but I think having a female Watson, you lose something. Yeah. Because you've got the opposite sex, it automatically becomes, there's a possibility of a romantic, whereas with the original Holmes and Watson, it was something else. They were close, but there was no romantic.
No, yeah, it was the chemistry between basically brothers instead of lovers, yeah. Tell us about your character, Mrs. Sutherland.
What I can say is if you know the classic Sherlock Holmes stories, A Case of Identity is her story. She has an inheritance from her father, but she also makes a reasonable living on her own. She gives money to her stepdad and to her mother. She starts to socialise after grieving for her father. Her stepdad is concerned about this, and she meets someone, she falls head over heels in love, she's on her way to the altar, and he disappears. So she hires Sherlock Holmes to find out what happened to him. But that's in the original case. Obviously, my Mary Sutherland's going to have a slightly different twist on it because it is set in the modern day. But I'm not going to tell you what.
So there must be some funny moments that happen on set.
Yes. Sitting with Benedict holding my hand, we're gazing into each other's eyes, and my face is streaked with tears, waiting for the camera to reset. And I can't physically do it, but he crosses his eyes, pulls a face, I burst out laughing, just as the assistant director shouts, "Quiet on set." Not a good impression you want to make on your first day.
Oh, first day as well?
Yeah.
Cumberbatch has had an amazing year, hasn't he? From Star Trek sequel to The Hobbit. Were you a tiny bit starstruck?
I have to say no. Because for me, I was going to do a job. I have to admit, I was probably more nervous about meeting Mark Gatiss than I was Benedict, because I'm a huge fan of Mark Gatiss's work.
The episode of Sherlock that you're in is The Empty Hearse, due to be shown at the BFI on the 15th of December in London, if I'm right. Must be excited.
Just a bit. I'm going to that. I'm going with my mum. Couldn't have been a better time. It's the day after my birthday.
That is a beautiful birthday present.
Yeah, it's an amazing birthday present. But for me, having my first professional appearance, aside from the fact that it's in Sherlock, but the first time that it's screened is at BFI South Bank, is just amazing. I can't really put it into words.
No, yeah. Any idea of when it's airing on television, or is that still completely under wraps as well?
They're not going to tell me. I'll find out when everyone else does.
That is just rude of them. Thank you, Elizabeth. We can't wait to see you in the third series of Sherlock. Now, here's another budget film trailer. Don't worry, it is the last one. The identity has changed. That means my machine has worked. It will rain food for the world! beautiful. Wow. Heavy showers expected. Thank you. Just before we leave, we give you a quick rundown on the recent film releases, a bit to warp your fragile little minds, force you into watching the films that we want you to watch. So, Diana, what films have you seen recently?
4-2.
Ooh, sexy man.
Guys?
Yep.
What do you think of it, Diana?
Oh, yeah. Personally, I thought it was just because the first one, really brilliant action, fantastic performances, and yeah, especially from Tom Hiddleston, actually.
Yeah, he's pretty perfect
Oh
as an
gosh,
actor.
yeah. Oh, yeah, and teaser at the end after the credits.
No spoilers.
I won't. And yeah, I just think Marvel just keeping up a really good form of film at the moment, with all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it 4 stars.
Really?
That was perfect.
Oh,
Now.
no.
So what have you been to see?
No, John, I'm not done yet.
Really, Diana?
Yeah, you heard
Oh,
me.
it was tragic. Oh.
Stop the sass. She was having fun. Now, what have you been to see?
I went to see Ender's Game, which was not a privilege, and I can tell straight away that I did not have anywhere near as much fun as Diana, because unlike Thor, which looked impressive from the off, Ender's Game looked impressive, but then just sort of nosedived. I mean, it didn't live up to the hype at all.
So surprised.
I know, yeah. The performances were just off. The pacing of the story was just, up and down. The character development was just, no, bye, see you later. Yeah, the effects were very good actually, but at the end of the day, that doesn't save a film, does it? You can't rely on effects alone. So unfortunately, it's only 2 out of 5 for me.
Ooh, nice and being positive again.
Well, you sold me up the creek by telling me to see Ender's Game. What do you expect? Of course I'm going to be negative.
I expect to relish in your misery and telling you both that I fakely apologise and ignore Thor. Definitely ignore Ender's Game. Just get that out your head. Cancel any plans you have for tomorrow, especially if it's work. Definitely, if it's work. And go and see Gravity. It's simply one of the best films you will see this year. Alfonso Cuarón just directs with such grace and perfection, like wielding the camera through space and like 3D tears just coming into your face. Oh, it's beautiful. Sandra Bullock gives an amazingly emotional performance. George Clooney is just beautiful in it, and just like space itself is a set. It's not even a set. It's a character. It envisions everything, and cried about 6 times, and so stressful, the story, that it made me have a nosebleed halfway through. Like, not wanting to leave the cinema or anything, just there, holding the nose, IMAX 3D glasses, taking up everything, and just sitting there like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Oh,
It was delightful. 8 trillion thousand out of 3. Perfect.
Why don't I get to see Gravity? Why do I get shortchanged with Ender's Game?
Because I like your misery, because I wanted to watch Gravity, and whose name is it above the doors?
We need to talk about it.
No, we don't. It's fine, please.
yeah, I really want to see it, actually.
Come on, Dan, at least you got to see a film that knew how to be a film, for crying out loud.
At least it was 4 stars.
Divas, please, chill your beans. I think it's time to call it a day. Nobody likes to see Jake become even more of a diva than usual. Ladies and Lukes, thank you for joining us tonight. I've probably been John Brown.
I've apparently been Diana Bain.
And as always, I will be Jake King.
And you have been watching Brown Screen Machine. Join us next week, but for now, please put your hands together for the gorgeous sound of Sam Gray. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Searching for a heart of gold. Yeah. Just trying to make your lonely arms unfold, darling. Yeah. 'Cause it's been 7 weeks since you last kissed my lips, since you last walked without love, I'm told, darling. Just bring these bones in from the rain and cold. I've had enough waiting for love to call. You gave me everything of nothing at all. Before I head over this waterfall, something I need to say. Hand me your ticket and I'll be on my way. There ain't enough love here, you're making me stay. No, the rain is falling, it's just time on my own. So hand me your ticket, darling, I'm going home. Since I turned your water into wine, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. It seems like trouble's been a friend of mine, darling. Yeah, hey. You know I've had enough waiting for love to show. You gave me everything of nothing I know. Before I head over this waterfall, something I need to say. Hand me your ticket and I'll be on my way, darling. There ain't enough love here, you're making me stay. The rain is falling, it's just time on my own. So hand me your ticket, darling, I'm going home. I've got to get home. Been riding this train for too long. The smell of smoke and pity's too strong. It's blood in my eyes and I can't see where I am going. Hand me your ticket and I'll be on my way. There ain't enough love here, you're making me stay. The rain is falling,